Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura and today we are going to talk about how to get in touch with your divine feminine energies, your goddess energies. Guys, everyone has divine feminine energies within them. You might know this already, but this has nothing to do with gender. It has nothing to do with how you identify, how you dress. Being in touch with your yin energies, your feminine energies is very important for everyone, even guys who super identify as divine masculine, and women might define more as divine masculine as well. We all have our place of comfortability where we comfortably sit in. So some people may very comfortably feel at home in their divine feminine energies, and that's where they thrive the best. Others might feel more in touch with their divine masculine energies, and that's where they thrive the best. But it's good to be knowing when it's appropriate to use each energy. So we're going to talk about that in today's video. So grab yourself a cup of coffee or tea and we're just going to have a little chit chat. This is an unscripted video, so prepare for tangents. First, I want to talk about how you can tell the difference between whether you're somebody who sits more comfortably in divine masculine or divine feminine energy, okay? There's two types of people. And then there's some people who are really balanced. So you could be either, feminine, masculine, or a good balanced mixture of both, okay? It doesn't matter which one you are. Let's just talk about the differences. So if you're more of a divine masculine type of person, or people who might be divine masculine, these are the type of people who naturally feel like they have to work. A lot of people's dads are like this, where they love working, and when they're not working, let's just say they're on vacation or they retire, they just don't know what to do with themselves. They're just and they feel kind of more depressed when they're not working, things like that. The divine masculine always likes to be doing something, feels comfortable, working towards a goal, working in general, doing something. These types don't often like to just sit still or not have a plan or not devote their energy to anything. And guys, remember, most of us are a blend of these energies, so you might be saying to yourself, oh yeah, I like doing that. But that might not be your predominant energy. Some people are more predominantly like that. So hear me out. Think of the blend which you might be. You might be 50-50, you might be 90-10, you might be 60-40. So think about it while we speak about this. Now, people who are more divine feminine energies, these are the type of people who are very empathetic, usually. They're always giving really great advice to people, very nurturing individuals. You ever notice that a lot of girl friend groups tend to be all about feelings and opening up and things like that, and then you go to a guy friend group and they just don't know how to have conversations like that? That's partially because society sucks and tells men that they can't cry or whatever, but it's also partially because the divine feminine energy is more in touch with their feelings. And that's why I said it's important to be in touch with both. It doesn't matter if you're more comfortable in your divine masculine energy, you still need to know how to be in touch with your divine feminine, and not have that blocked or damaged, so that you're not one of those people who come off very cold-hearted and out of touch with their emotions. And same's true in the other direction. You might feel more comfortable being divine feminine and all that jazz, but if your divine masculine is broken or you're out of touch with that, you would have a really hard time setting down boundaries for yourself. So yeah, the divine feminine is all about empathy and feelings and relaxation and creativity and art and just being in your moonlight energy, if that makes sense. And then your divine masculine is all about doing, getting things done, creating, setting strong boundaries, protecting, things like that. And both are very important in this world, and they always come to a balance no matter what. So if you're somebody who is very feminine, you would probably be attracting a lot of people who are more on the masculine side. If you're somebody who's nice and balanced, you'll attract a nice balance of everyone. And if you're someone more on your masculine side, you'd probably attract a lot of divine feminine, okay? So how do you get in touch with your divine feminine some more, and how do you let that energy unfold? I don't know about you guys, but me personally, there are seasons of my life where perhaps I wasn't making enough money, or I had to be kind of in my survival mindset and really working to get my business off the ground and to get this YouTube off the ground even. And it kind of put me in this state of waking up and constantly going through my day as tasks, as working. And, you know, even relaxation time, that was like a task for me. It's like, okay, I got everything I needed to do out of the way today. Now I need to allow this couple of hours for my relaxation so I can heal. Like, I literally was using my logical mind to justify relaxation. And that's a very divine masculine thing to do, is to like plan your day out like that and look at it that way. And that's good. However, for me, I'm more comfortable in my feminine energies. I just feel better about myself in my feminine energies. And so when I was living my life like that, day after day after day, I noticed something was happening. I was literally developing like stress in my shoulders, in my neck. I was so stressed out. I haven't never been this stressed out in my life. And you would think that I wouldn't be stressed out because I was being so productive. I was moving forward in my life, things like that. But it was just so stressful for me. So that's what it can feel like when you're living out of alignment with whichever your natural energy system wants to work with, okay? And same thing in your divine masculine energy. Like if you're somebody who's predominantly in your masculine energy, and let's just say you get injured or you have to retire or you get unemployed and you're just sitting around doing nothing, like a lot of people get depressed like that. Like if you, like a lot of masculine people, divine masculine people get really depressed when they have no goal in life, when they have no plan or purpose. They get really depressed. So a lot of negative symptoms can come out when you're not in alignment with your natural energies, whether it's stress, anxiety, depression, things like that. So for those of you who are naturally divine feminine, how do we get more into that energy? That was a super long intro. Like I said, we're tangent today. Take your tea and listen. Number one, I have no plan for this, we're just talking. Allow yourself to relax more. Like literally a bath, water, the element of water itself is feminine, okay? So when you're going to the ocean or sitting poolside or in a bath, those are all kind of feminine type of things to do. You ever think about that? Like imagine yourself poolside, even just swimming in a creek or in your bath. Like your feminine energy naturally comes out in those moments, and it's really beautiful. Like when I feel my most alive and feminine, like when I visualize myself just feeling like a goddess, it's usually by a beach, okay? Or by a pool when I'm just tanning and things like that. Or even like I'm a bath person, okay? It's a thing. I'm a bath person. I take like baths 75% of the time. I only take a shower when I have to wash my hair. So just being in water and relaxing in that way is probably my number one tip for getting back in touch with your feminine energies. Like it's so healing, it's so great. So maybe I'm just saying this because I'm also a Cancer sun, which is the water sign, but water itself is such a beautiful way to get back in touch with your feminine energies. Number two, and this is gonna sound kind of strange, but the way you dress your body, and I know I literally said that men could easily be more predominantly feminine, or women can be more predominantly masculine. It really depends on the individual, right? But how you dress your body, and dressing your body in a way that makes you feel good about yourself, helps you really get in touch with your feminine energies. And the same tip can apply if you're more of a masculine person. I'll give you an example. Like, let's just say you're a guy and you're somebody who operates more from your feminine energy. You might feel drawn to wear really bold colors and patterns and clothes that might be out there, because the divine feminine tends to be more creative and you know, pushing the limits on things. The feminine, we're the idea people, okay? We come up with great ideas. The masculine is usually the one that implements said ideas and then takes all the credit. But we're the one where the ideas come from, okay? The masculine are the doers, the feminine are the leaders. Some people might hate me for saying that, but it's true, okay? And so when you dress your body in a way that you really feel called to, even if it's out there, that's how you get back in your feminine energy, right? And you know, this could be however you want. It doesn't matter what your personal style is. When you dress your body in a way that makes you feel good and makes you feel empowered, instead of dressing your body out of fear, which I feel like, especially if you're a female, you might have been there, okay? Sometimes I'll wear more clothes just to avoid getting stared at by other people, okay? Especially because I have tattoos, or like, let's just say I just want to wear my short shorts, you know, there's some creeps out there who are just gonna stare at me, and I don't want that. So I don't dress my body in the way that I want to sometimes. And you know what happens when I don't do that? I feel out of my power. I feel less confident. Whereas when I just dress how I want, I feel like a goddess, okay? Dress how you want, all right? Be safe about it, but dress how you want. That is such a great way to get back in touch with your natural feminine energies, especially if you're a guy operated out of your feminine energies. Dress how you want. I do not care what your standards are, or like, oh, my homies are gonna make fun of me for wearing a floral print. I don't care, all right? They're just mad because they don't look as good as you. And along these lines, the feminine is all about receiving. Literally, our bodies are designed to receive, if you catch my drift, okay? And our energies as a whole is meant to receive. I always like to visualize the yin and the yang, the feminine and masculine, as the galaxy, you know? The masculine is the planets and the physical things, right? That exist and do things. But the feminine is the blank space. We are the space for things to exist. We are the magic, the emptiness that receives, you know? We are master manifestors out here, all right? And so to get more in touch with your feminine energy, receive more often. And that could be anything. Receiving a massage, receiving, you know, help from people, receiving flowers, okay? Even if it's just from yourself, okay? Like the divine masculine within me is getting the divine feminine within me beautiful flowers from the store because I want them, all right? So treat yourself and allow yourself to be treated. That is such a good way to get into your divine feminine. And I used to have such a hard time doing this because I grew up in a household where, like, I don't know, like I was taught not to receive from anyone, or maybe that was just my personal mindset my whole life. Like I thought like if I received help or like gifts, it was like, I don't even know what my mindset was. Like if I received, like I would just be like, no, I can do it on my own. I was raised to be very independent, right? But now I taught myself like it's okay to receive, and most people who want to give to you get joy from giving anyways. So now I receive graciously, like, oh, you wanna, you know, help me buy a laptop for my business? Thank you, I really appreciate that. That would be great. You know, in the past, I would have been like, oh no, you don't have to do that, I could buy it on my own, blah. And then I would be laptopless. It's like, you know, but I feel more empowered in my divine feminine when I'm able to receive from other people. Like, oh yeah, you can spoil me, go ahead, I'm worth it, all right? Or even spoil myself, like, do I want to buy that fancy moisturizer for $20, but it has all that good stuff for my skin that won't have me aging and looking like a leathery sack when I'm older? Sure, I'll buy it. Why not? I'll treat myself to it, you know? Do I want to buy that extra guacamole with my chips even though it's $2 extra? Yes, I do. All right. Learning how to receive graciously and give to yourself graciously is such a good way to get back in touch with your feminine energy. Think about it like this. Think about yourself like you are a goddess. You are the empress, all right? And, you know, what is an empress gonna do? Somebody comes and they're like a loyal follower of you, right? And they're just like, here, please accept this gift. Do you think the empress is gonna be like, no, get away? No, the empress is gonna be like, oh, thank you so much, my dear. You know, that was a really weird reference, guys, but you get what I'm saying. Like, to get in touch with the goddess within you, you have to learn how to receive from others and just be happy about it. Like, yeah, you can help me, sure. So take care of yourself in that way. Get regular massages if you want to. If you're somebody that likes getting your nails done, do that. If you just like having fresh flowers, go buy yourself some flowers like every week. Go ahead, treat yourself in some way like that. And always receive help from others or gifts from others or praise from others. Don't be the type of person where somebody compliments you and you're like, oh no, you're lying. Nobody likes that, A. And B, no, receive the stinking compliment. All you have to do is say thank you. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. Thanks, I really appreciate it. That's all you have to do. All right, so what do we have so far? We have dress in a way that makes you feel confident and good about yourself. You know, throw out all of your underwear with holes in it, okay? I am totally guilty of this. This might be TMI, but like I have been needing to get new underwear for like years now. So I'm gonna have to do that. What else? receive graciously from other people, whatever that may be, compliments, help, massages, okay? Even just giving to yourself. You deserve it. Receive from yourself, all right? Receive all the good stuff. The fresh flowers, the massages, the doing your nails, whatever it may be. Take care of yourself. A goddess always takes care of herself, okay? My next tip for getting in touch with the feminine side of yourself is to allow yourself to be creative. And this is another thing I'm super guilty of not doing enough. I feel like a lot of us have something in life that we are able to express ourselves creatively with. That could be maybe you play an instrument, maybe you dance, maybe you do art like me, whatever it is, just get creative. Maybe you're just like decorating your home or doing your makeup. That's another way I like to be creative. Allow yourself to express your creative energies at least like once a day, you know, really dive into that and make it a priority in your life. There's so many people like myself who, you know, we once had this amazing creative talent or hobby, and then, you know, over the years of like working towards goals and things, we let that creative side go. No, we don't do that anymore, okay? We should get back in touch with that and prioritize our creative hobbies as much as we prioritize our work and our projects and our goals and things like that. You know, even when we look at public schools, why is it that they always tend to like cut funding for art programs and music programs, but not the sports programs? Have you ever thought about that? Like, when you think of sports, that's more of like a divine masculine thing. Even if you're a female doing sports, you know, I'm not saying you're not, but that's when you're more in your masculine energies. But they always cut out these feminine energy things, like, because they're not as important. And that makes me mad. That makes me really mad. Like, if you're gonna cut, like, if you need to cut spending, do it equally between, you know, this beautiful divine feminine stuff, like art and music and beauty and all the stuff that makes life worth living, because, girl, the divine feminine makes life worth living, okay? The divine feminine gives magic to the physical, okay? That's literally what happened. That's how I view things. Like, Mama Earth came here and created everything. She has all this physical stuff up here, and then she just breathed magic into it, okay? So the divine feminine adds magic everywhere she goes. So allow yourself to be creative and allow yourself to be magical. That's getting into our other point that I have for you guys. Find the magic in everything. And have you ever noticed that in history the magical people are always women, or very feminine types of people? The spiritual, the magical, we're always divine feminine, because that's where magic operates out of, is the feminine energies. And to find magic in your everyday life, you just have to view the little things as super special and add your little creative touch everywhere you go. So, like, for example, let's just say you wake up every morning and you have your morning ritual of like washing your face and brushing your teeth and brushing your hair and stuff like that. You can make it more magical by, like, I don't know, adding some fresh rose juice, rose water. I said rose juice. You could add some fresh rose water to your regular water and splash your face with that, and, you know, or you can like just speak positive affirmations to yourself in the mirror. That's like making a little daily ritual a little bit more magical. Or maybe like when you're making your coffee or tea, you can spend a little bit extra time to make it really good. Like add like the perfect sugar or like cream, non-dairy, and little touches, like get a little frother and make it beautiful, and, you know, invest in beautiful mugs for yourself, things like that. Adding beautiful magical touches everywhere you go. That is the power of the divine feminine. And it's always funny, you ever see those memes where it's like, why do guys think living like this is appropriate? And then it's like just a TV screen and like a lawn chair in their living room, but there's like no decorations or anything. That's another aspect of the divine feminine, you know, making everything just so comfortable and magical and beautiful. And like, you add atmosphere everywhere you go, guys. You add aesthetic to everything you do, and doing that is a part of the divine feminine. So if you're feeling out of touch with that divine feminine, really like tell yourself it's worth investing in. It's worth investing in a beautiful wardrobe, which you'll feel confident in, like all your clothes. It's worth investing in the little things in your home that make it feel more comfortable, more magical. It's worth investing in, you know, buying yourself the flowers in the supermarket. It's worth, you know, taking the time to take care of yourself and to take care of your creative hobbies and things like that, you know? Life isn't all work and sleep and forced relaxation and rest because your body needs it. No, that's how the divine masculine thinks. The divine feminine is all about, well, life is more than that. We can add magic, we can have fun, we can make this more aesthetic and more of a beautiful cultural experience, right? And obviously we need both. That's why they're always balanced, because yes, the divine masculine is about protection, surviving, doing, but then the divine feminine is like, well, let's add some magic on top of that, let's add some fun and make life worth living. So it's really important that you get back in touch with your divine feminine. So I hope this inspired you to do so. I know it was kind of disorganized and I go on tangents a lot, but I hope this definitely helped you guys. Was I out of focus this entire video? That would suck if I was. Okay, bye guys. Subscribe, like this video, share this video, and comment your ideas down below. What are your ideas, things that you do that make you feel more in touch with your inner goddess, your divine feminine? I would love additional tips, okay? I didn't think of anything. I'm just thinking about this off the bat. What are your tips, guys? Leave it in the comments, okay? Bye. Mwah.